Alright, back here on the main tractor carcass. I got the seat pan there, ready to be remounted. What I did, I found out there's supposed to be isolators here, rubber isolators. I just cut a piece of rubber that I had, drilled a hole in it. It already had a different hole in it, and did that on both sides. And then in front, it's supposed to have a standoff, and I put a rubber washer there that I'm going to put on the top of that standoff. And I think the back ones are just, you know, to make the seat ride a little more comfortable. Those bolts, I believe, are M8 by 1.25, and I can't remember if they were 30 millimeter or longer. And I'll be ready to bolt that on shortly. The only thing I got to prep is the lights are already run. I think this is where they go. They just need to come out the back here to mount on the fenders. There's a ground wire that must mount on the fender somewhere. I'm not quite sure where. Or maybe it just bolts to one of these bolts. I'll see where it lines up when I get the fenders or the pan back on there. And then this other one is got to be fed up through a hole, and that's for the seat safety switch. Wow, that's starting to look like a real tractor again. The pads in the back didn't even fall off when I was setting it, so I just got to figure out how to fish the front bushings under there, because I couldn't just set those because those would have tipped over, because you have to slide it in. So I got to figure out how to get those under there, how to fish those under there, and you know, the little standoffs that I made. Alright, one seat pan in. Now I just got to figure out the wires, where that ground goes, and then hook up the seat switch also. Let's see where that seat switch is. There it is. Alright, seat switch is good. Can't get this one. There it goes. And then this looks like that bolt there is probably where it was. So I'll get something to loosen that. Put that ground back for the tail lights. Same size as the seat bolts. How convenient. I'm going to put it on the bolt side, not the nut side, just so we don't spin it around too bad. Whoops. Alright, seat pan installed. Starting to look like a real tractor. Okay, and then the next piece before I go and put the deck and mule drive on is this screen assembly, which this one has been, somebody kind of mended it back together with some bread bag ties, which I guess is working, so I'm going to put it back on as is. Oh, here's another new split. that they didn't get. But anyway, you can't see it, and I don't think a couple little flaws will make that big of a difference. Okay, I got the belly pan screen on. I just used some sheet metal screws to go up into those original clips. I don't know what was on it because those were off long before I had it, but they fit fine. And now I'm ready to put the deck back in, mule drive back on. Okay, you're seeing it live with me. We're going to test the deck and the PTO and everything for the very first time. I don't even know if the PTO works, so I hope it does. Alright, PTO works, blade engages, everything good there. Now I got to figure out what's going on with the charging system, because as it's charging, it's not charging, rather. The battery light goes on. Of course, I have a booster pack on here now, but I'm going to try to see if that's just because of my battery that's way too old to take a charge, or if it's actually something with the regulator or some other part of the charging circuit. So we'll go on to that on the next video. And I'm going to check the function of the hydraulic lift and lower for the deck, and let's see if that goes. Yep, that's up. That's down. Beautiful. Thanks for watching.